Baltimore's all-talk radio program where the eyes have it. Informative, interesting, insightful, and inspirational.
And in the morning paper, there's a young lady. I have to get a bank at Harbor Bank. I'm going to have to find out who she is. For me to get a bank job with no experience, do you know how awesome that is? And so she's working. She worked in the program earlier, and now she's got a full-time job at Harbor Bank. And she credits the Youth Works program. And that's good. They're still going to go through a phase 2 of that job opportunity. And so Radio 1, WLB 1010, next week we're going to do a radiothon to raise the money so they can continue on. Well, they're going to do it without us, but we're going to be a part of it, what they're going to do for raising some more resources to get more young folks employed. We did 62 folks were able to get hired by the money we raised last year, and my prayer is that we can do likewise. But that put me on a mindset of what can happen when you've got our young folks who are willing to do right, and they need to be supported. And when a call comes in for us as a community to do just that, we should not be hesitant. And so I can't think of an occasion when we put up a name that says that let's worry about our young folks. The Brother Cameron Miles' name does not come up in each and every one of those discussions. And so last year we were able, with his assistance, to bring 5 finalists for the Rising Star Scholarship. And so they have selected the finalists for this year, and he's got 2 of them with him this morning. And they're going to talk to us about high school and they graduate from and what college they're going to go to, as well as what they will be studying. And so, Brother Cameron Miles, thank you very much for bringing them in.
Good morning, Senator Young, and thank you for giving us an opportunity. I'm here on behalf of Resident Services, Inc. It's a partnership. Well, first of all, it's the nonprofit. I want people to know it's the nonprofit for the Housing Authority of Baltimore City. There are many people within the Housing Authority and Resident Services who are working very hard to help our residents and empower them. So the Rising Star Scholarship is a partnership between Resident Services, Inc. and the Resident Advisory Board that provides need and merit-based scholarships to students who have been accepted to accredited higher learning institutions. The program is designed to encourage academic excellence and foster leadership potential in our young people. The program was launched, Senator, in 2009, thanks to a generous contribution from a local construction company. To be eligible, you must be a current resident of the Housing Authority Baltimore City Public Housing, Rehab Housing, or Housing Choice Voucher Program, which is also known as Section 8. These young people, 2 of whom are here right now and 2 are on the way, must have at least a 2.5. All of them had much higher than a 2.5. Mr. Avery Williams, sitting to my right, your left, is number 1, and Miss Tatiana Allen is number 2.
Now, Brother Avery graduated from Baltimore Polytech. Is that right, sir?
Yes, sir.
And the young lady, let me see. What's this, Chris Ray Jesuit?
Yes.
Okay. Thank you both for coming in this morning.
Thanks for having me.
I want you to do well, but not so well. They say the LY move out. The young people take over. That'll happen eventually one day. I know that. Good morning.
Good morning.
So now, how did you get involved? Whichever one want to go first.
I signed up on a Central Bureau scholarship.
All right.
Central Scholarship.
And it's like a broader scholarship thing, and then you can apply for individual ones.
Okay.
So I was able to apply for this one.
Likewise, I did the exact same thing, applying for this Central Scholarship, and then through that, the Rising Star Scholarship.
Were you surprised you got selected?
Yes.
Why? You knew you were good.
I mean, yes, but most people don't. Well, people like us, we don't really get chosen for scholarships. It's typically kids from the other side of the world or something. Never someone from Baltimore.
Wow.
I remember like getting the call that I got the scholarship. I was at lunch and I was kind of like angry about something that happened in the day. I don't remember. But like I was venting to my friends. I was like, who is calling me now? And I pick up the phone and it's like, hi, Cameron Miles, we want to interview you for the scholarship. I was like, oh, well. Thank you.
Now, I've noticed in the last couple of years, Crystal Ray has become more and more knowledgeable to the community. But, brother man, you come out of Poly, so you must have knew something was about to happen for you.
I will. Sure, I knew something was going to happen because my mom, keeps me like prayed up and all of that. Just keep praying, good things will come to you. And I was surprised though, it's still to like get the call in general, because it's just like good things don't always happen.
Was there something special that they had to put together, Cameron, to make them appeal stronger than the others?
Yes, sir, Senator. We went through an essay process, and we look at the essays very clearly and closely. We look for grammatical errors. We look for sentence structure. What they said, did it mean something? And both of them, what they had to say in their essays went a long way. Then they came in for the interview process, and they both had good diction and good manner. So they were able to make eye contact with the 5 interviewers, it's not easy to get up in front of people and talk to people you don't know, and they both did an outstanding job, as did the other 3. And the ones, Senator, that are not here, Sheila Shahid, she's going to Howard University. She's a graduate of Western. She had to be at a school meeting. Miss Brianna Lewis, who is just walking in the door, we're glad she could make it. And George McGeegee, he graduated from Augusta Fells Savage Institute of Visual Arts, and he'll be going to Salisbury University. But I wanted you to also have a chance to speak with Miss Brianna Lewis,
who graduated from Vivian T. Thomas Medical Arts Academy.
Yes, and I'll be attending Notre Dame University of Maryland.
What you say? That's all right. I'm in some high class today. Yes, indeed. Thank you so much. How did you go through the process?
I applied online, and I got a scholarship from their school. I got academic scholarship, and I also got a scholarship from Mr. Miles.
So you pretty much ready?
Yes.
Notre Dame. How proud she said of that. They waited for you. I got you. Now, what were you doing? We've been talking about this morning some things that young folks are doing. Obviously, in your lives, you're about the business of being about how you going to make it. You got a plan. Now, maybe I'm speaking too fast. You stop me. All of you have decided, this is where I'm at today. This is where I want to be tomorrow. Goals and visions. Is that right?
Yes.
See, they can't see you shake your hand.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay. Now, what's your 5-year plan?
Well, 4 of those years I'll be in college.
Go ahead.
So the last year I want to at least start my career and start to live the life of an adult. So.
What about you, Mr. Politic?
Well, like 4 years in college, and I expect to like come back and use the connections I already made to land in a good position in terms of a job, stuff like that.
You scared me for a second. I had to come back and take your job, Mr. It's okay. I got you.
I'll be back.
All right. What about Madam Notre Dame?
After 4 years, I should be a certified nurse, so I'll be looking for a job. Oh, I think they already set you up with a job when you graduate. That's what I've been hearing.
Coming out of there, they usually do.
Yeah.
They don't play. You earn it, you get something. Fantastic. What do you think is happening with our young folks? Do you get tired of people speaking negative about young folks?
Yes.
Why so?
Just because we don't have that much access to a lot of things don't mean that we don't have the potential. A lot of people think, oh, you guys are from the hood, you guys live in Section 8, that you guys aren't made for college, but we are. Most likely, most of us are.
Go ahead. Yes, ma'am. What about you, Doc?
I don't know. She really said it. One thing I genuinely hate is generalization and, grouping people together, because that's where a lot of stereotypes come from, and, dividing lines. And, a lot of people fall through the cracks because, they're already like looked down upon before they even get a chance to do anything. So I hear a lot of negative stuff about the youth, and it's kind of like discouraging, but, to see like other people in here doing well, and it's encouraging
when you're around others who are seemingly doing what you would like to see get done for positive sake, right?
Right.
But what about you, good lady?
What was the question again?
I was asking, how do you feel about what young people, what they say out there about young folks?
I don't know. Some of the stuff is true. Some of the stuff is not what they say about young folks. When they look at like one African American person, they think we all the same. So they expect us to do the same, and they think we set up for failure already by the system and everything. So
Now you say set up for failure.
yeah,
Do you think folks
'Cause
really? Good?
our schools are bad. Like the education is bad. We always have substitute teachers. They always cutting down teachers and everything. So if you really try and make it out, you really gotta do your best. So you really gotta have a strong mindset.
There was a statement. I think it was you, young lady. You said that they see you come out of Section 8 of that part of our community, and they have this. I don't believe any one of you could sit in any classroom and just on your appearance, they would assume that you come from what kind of standard? Is that how they? I don't want to assume that. You talk clear. You're about your business. You got good mindsets. What would make somebody decide to not be positive about you? They're just stupid, wrong, and angry for some reason, huh?
I mean, some people can just be ignorant.
Right.
Okay.
Can I say something?
Sure.
I think society,
Uh-oh.
what they held people as expectations, and they set goals for different people. So like, they'd rather see like a people with a lighter skin color than ours succeed. So
It's like
hard.
that?
It's like that. Seriously, it is like that.
And y'all sense this and feel this?
Yes.
Yeah.
And by the way, my producer's telling me, please give your name because people are calling, wanting to know who's talking. So when you speak, make sure they know. See, this I know who you are, but they don't. So when you speak, I'm gonna stop calling you Politics, stop calling you Chris, stop calling you. Say who you are so they know. How's that? You're Cameron.
Yes. Yes, Senator. I just wanted to share with you that,
Sure.
that many times on our news outlets, the 6 o'clock and 11 o'clock news, many of the negative stories lead the newsreel. And I think that many people's subconscious minds hold on to all the negative things that are being done. And if we could somehow get the general managers and the producers at the television stations to put forth people like Tatiana and Avery and Brianna in a story, you'd have more positive flow, and it would begin to change the mindset of our community that there are people of color, young people who want good, who want the best, who are trying to do positive things and want to do what's right. But if, the power of critical mass says the more you're around positive, you're going to be positive. But the more negative they hear, the more they're going to think negative.
But they refuse to accept that.
Absolutely.
I absolutely.
Am I right?
Yeah.
Why you refuse to accept it?
Because
I am.
I am brown.
There you go.
Because it's not who I am. If you like say stuff negative, it's only gonna make me go harder just to prove you wrong.
I like that.
I'm Avery, and like Brianna, it's not who I am. It's generalizing, and it just. I'm sorry, give me a second. I think that well, my mom always told me that if you speak negative things, they will manifest, and she also said that like we're not a part of the world. I'm sorry, but like I'm a part of God. So whatever the world says that's negative, I'm not a part of that. I'm separate from it, and like you said, go to prove them wrong.
You've met your mom a couple of times. What's your mother's name?
Shirley Williams.
Shirley, hello. How are you? She listening today?
I don't think so.
Oh,
I'm
you
not
sure? I'm going to give her a copy of this program so you can take it to her.
All right.
What's your mama's name?
Natera Williams.
She listening?
Probably.
And what about yours? If not, I'm going to make sure we get a
My
copy.
mom's name is Sheree, but I also got aunt too that helped raise me. So Christina also.
All right.
And
We'll
they both
give them
have
all
work.
shout outs, right? And be proud. JJ, we'll make sure we get them a copy of the show so they can prove to folks that they weren't jiving when they said they want WLB 1010. Okay, there you go.
Senator, are you
Yeah.
able to talk about any of the challenges that
Let's
they
do it.
might have gotten
Let's do that.
past?
Let's do that.
Starting with Tatiana, any challenge you might have had that you got through?
I wrote an essay for the scholarship,
Right.
and it was talking about a personal challenge. I started off the essay about trying to find a personal challenge because it's really hard to think about something that you would want to put out there because it's hard. It's hard to put out something that's very personal to you because you don't want someone to judge you. You don't want someone to look at you differently. So you really have to think about a challenge that you would like someone to really understand you, but also respect you in a sense. So my challenge, my personal challenge would be getting through high school. I know that's kind of cliche to say, but I really feel like once you get through high school and you finish the college process and you find the funding for school, it just seems so much easier and you feel like you're one step ahead of where you were before, and you know you can beat the stereotypes of getting out of Baltimore or doing something better. So that's my personal challenge that I've overcome.
Well, I don't want you leaving Baltimore after you become successful.
I mean,
I'm teasing.
I have to get out because Baltimore tends to get a little more dangerous, but that doesn't mean I have to stop supporting Baltimore and doing things for Baltimore. My family still lives here, so I will come back.
Jada Pickett came back.
I mean,
Oh, yes, sir.
I believe the personal
And
challenge.
this is Avery again. You know.
I'm sorry. The personal challenge I wrote about was my parents' divorce. They separated when I was in 3rd grade, and I didn't really understand. And it was kind of difficult to figure out like what was going on. But I had a lot of support because I have like a lot of siblings. I have 5 sisters and a brother, so I always had like some kind of support. So it was like, despite a broken household, it wasn't really broken for me. But in general, it was like little things like me blaming myself for it. And, because I was young, I didn't know any better. But like, I do know like, it kind of pushed me to get through school because like one of the things that both of my parents agreed on was that I had to do well in school. So I just made sure, to like at least be able to please both of them. And then also like, of course it became about me as I progressed, but yeah.
So you have a family of 7?
Yes.
I came out of 9. Are you the last of the 7 or middle of 7?
I am the second to last.
Oh, okay.
All our names.
So you're not
A.
spoiled like I got
Oh
spoiled.
no.
Yes, ma'am.
My name is Brianna. A personal challenge I just recently faced was losing a big scholarship that was, I was not very good at Notre Dame, let's put it like that. Because you had to accept the award, so I didn't have the right guidance, I will say, to like tell me to go online and accept the award. So it was a lot of money I had lost, but me and my mother and my aunt got together and we made a plan. So it was very emotional, a lot. So that was the hardest thing I had to get through because I thought it was my fault. And my mother was saying everything happens for a reason. So just look at it in a better view. It might not be your time, but just wait because it might be something better. So I just stay focused on that because, that really kind of broke me because I tried my best. It's hard when you try your best and strive to do your best, and then something like that just, gone.
I'm grateful, Senator, again, for you giving us the opportunity. I'm very proud of these young people. They haven't missed a beat. Every time, I know they probably are tired of me calling them and worrying them, but I want them to be on point and to be punctual, and everything I've asked them to do, they have done and followed through. And I just wish them the very best with their college education. Our golf tournament is September 8th, Senator Young. I just want to make you and your listeners aware. Some people may play, may not play, but that's where the bulk of the funding we raise for the scholarships. So we need people to participate, either play in the golf tournament September 8th. It'll be at Mount Pleasant Golf Course, so we can continue to fund these scholarships. Each of these young people, the 3 you see and the 2 you don't see.
Wait.
Yes, sir.
Mount Pleasant what?
Mount Pleasant Golf Course. That's over by Morgan.
Oh, okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's how the funding comes about to facilitate the young people getting the scholarship. So each young person will receive a $5,000 scholarship.
What you say?
So they have to continue to communicate with Resident Services Inc. and let us know that they're doing well, that they're still in school. We need a copy of their grades. So for future young people participating, they have to send in their grades, their acceptance letter, so that we know they're doing well, but we want to make sure that they at least have that $5,000 chunk. And the department is very committed to young people in public housing communities, so we hope that young people will continue to participate and their families will encourage them, because just because you live in public housing doesn't mean you can't scale the wall and climb the ladder of success and do great things.
I put one of these three against anybody I've had in here to talk to me all year.
Wow, that's great.
Y'all know that. Y'all some
That's great.
I appreciate it. I really do.
Thank you.
I mean, it's, and you know, and family. I call my radio family. Family. Those of you listening in, this is also Cameron has his goals and objectives, but I'm using this, Cameron, to be honest with you, because I'm upset that we did not reach our goal for our summer jobs program. We need another 3,000 some young folks waiting for money to go to get a summer job. And if you listen to the three of them this morning, they are an example of the young folks who are serious about getting a hold of a job. Leave, like this young lady says in the Morning Sun, for me to get a job, bank job, with no experience, do you know how awesome that is? I mean, you can see on her face, she's so proud. She worked in the summer during our program, and then she went afterwards when she graduated to Harbor Bank, and they hired her. And so with these young folks coming in, family, that's why when I announced the time and date next week, where we're going to have the radiothon to raise money for these youngsters to get these summer jobs, I really want you to think about the conversations we had with the three of them today. And then, Cameron, as we get closer to the date for the golf tournament, so that we can have 3 or 5 next year to come in.
Yes, sir.
We'll be ready, right?
Absolutely.
You have a closing statement each of you want to make?
You want to tell Senator Young what you're going to do once you finish college?
I thought we did that.
Well, just to wrap up.
Any closing statement? You got a minute apiece, quickly.
This is Tatiana. After college, I plan to start my career and start the life of an adult.
Watch out, Baltimore. You're going to be somebody. Just don't, make sure you come back, though, after you leave Baltimore. You make sure you come back.
Okay.
This is Avery. After college, I plan on using my connections to enter a steady position in my career as an electrical engineer, or somewhere in the political science area. I'm not sure yet.
Uh-oh. I'm glad I'm out of politics. You be making me nervous, man. Okay. What about it, Brianna?
My name's Brianna, and when I graduate, I'm going to be a pediatric oncology nurse. So I hope to be working at my own apartment. And then years after that, I'm going to start my own business.
Look at that.
That's
I'm
great.
so proud of y'all. Thank y'all for coming on the show this morning. Make sure you get with James so they can get a copy. And
Yes,
they
sir.
can hear how good they are. Because he probably said, we weren't all that. Yes, y'all were all that. Yeah.
Thank you for having us,
Keep it
Senator.
100, right? Thank y'all for coming this way. Appreciate
Thank you
you.
for having me.